Hello, Oracles. Is Elon selling shares? Gary Black just tweeted out a Bloomberg report showing that Elon, or somebody on the inside over at SpaceX, has been selling some shares as they're putting them up for sale for $77 a piece. So now the question is this where he is selling his shares in order to fund Twitter, or is there something else going on over on Tesla's side? We did see a 6% loss yesterday, a massive underperformance based upon the market moves. We did see 110 million shares trading hands. When we saw Elon selling last, that was right around that level that we had seen. Did he sell both? We don't know. There were no Form 4 filings that came out to let us know that Elon was selling any shares of Tesla. All we got was this Bloomberg report about SpaceX. We do know that the last chance that Elon would have to sell any shares of Tesla stock before the end of the quarter is 2 weeks before the end. So by the end of this week, I have to check the dates on it. I think it's December 14th, maybe the 16th. I will find out for sure for you guys, but sometime this week would be the last opportunity Elon would have to sell shares unless he sold them through a pre-planned 10b5-1 form. So again, we will find out for sure. And as far as I'm concerned, not a big deal. I don't even know if he did sell yesterday. We did get numbers that came out today for the insured vehicles over in China. And maybe some of those numbers were kind of anticipated ahead of time. Maybe that's why we saw the stock fall yesterday. We got the numbers coming in for insured vehicles at 12,977. Now this did fall short of Troy Tesla's estimates of 16,000. So I'm still awaiting for his reaction on this to see as to why it could have fallen, but it is still an increase of over 1,000 vehicles insured from last week. So as far as I'm concerned, growth is growth. We're moving in the right direction. We do know that China right now is facing some economic challenges and headwinds, so this is something that is playing into that also. So we're just paying attention to this. Again, this is a lot of near-term stuff that's going on. We're going to get through this. It's just a matter of when. But again, you guys can let me know in the comments below. Do you think the movement we saw yesterday was market manipulation? Do you think it was maybe somebody had some information about these insured vehicles ahead of time? Or do you think it was Elon selling some shares of Tesla as well? And one thing that Elon did respond to over on Twitter was talking about what the number one priority is. And for him, it is getting rid of this woke mind virus and really kind of cleaning that up. And we discussed it before about the fact that, them trying to change the world with renewable energy is awesome. This is a direction we need to go. But when it comes to regulations through a lot of things for all of this, if we don't free up the cultural and societal just mentality of what is going on in that very far left side of things, there could be some issues. And in Elon's mind, he needs to fix this. And this is his number one priority. So for him to be able to take some money out of his current companies to put it into something like a Twitter where he feels is going to make a larger and greater impact for all of humanity and civilization in the future, that is his decision that he thinks is the right thing to do. And again, I know many of you on here are frustrated with that. You don't think that's the way he should go, but it's his money. It's what he wants to do, what he feels is best for all of humanity. He's not doing it to make money. And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of the complaining that I hear over on Twitter is people who are just complaining about the fact that their portfolio is down. Elon is trying to use money to better civilization and humanity in the future. He's not looking to better himself financially. The people who are complaining, from what I have seen, are people who are just looking to better themselves financially. So again, I go back to the comment I made earlier. Are you in this for the mission, or are you in this for yourself? Again, there's nothing wrong with being in it for yourself. That's why a lot of people invest, is they're trying to do better for themselves. For me, I'm trying to invest for myself and my future generations with my son and other generations as well after him. So for me, I'm looking longer term, so I think we are going to get past this. So I understand the frustration because that's what I'm in it for, but Elon is just on a much larger scope. And so I'm trying to take a step back and not be as selfish in the moment and say, you know what? He's doing what he feels is best in the future. Who knows? Maybe Elon's plan is to take Twitter and 10x it over the next 4 years, send it and go back public with it, and then sell off a whole bunch of Twitter to buy Tesla shares back up before Optimus hits the ground and really takes off with Tesla again. Maybe that's the plan. And so I'm not saying that what Elon is doing is right or wrong. He's doing what he feels is right. And for me, based upon what he is saying he's doing it for, I'm supporting this. We are hearing a lot of news coming out over on CNBC talking about all of the drama that's going on. Elon's pissing off a whole lot of people on the left, and he's ostracizing people. And I gotta tell you, that is true, but he said that's what his plan is. He goes, when you're equally pissing off the far left and the far right, you know you're doing the right thing. And right now, the way I look at it is there were a lot of people in the middle, the majority of people in the middle, who have felt ostracized for the last 4, 5, 6 years because they weren't on one of the extreme sides. Now we have all of these people who are in the middle, who felt ostracized, who are now coming back. So the numbers are actually the majority of people who are coming back. This is why we see more action and more daily average users over on Twitter. It's because the majority of the people now feel like they have a voice again. So yeah, he is ostracizing and pissing off people on the left and the right. And it's more so on the far left because, as we have seen from the Twitter files, seems like there was a little bit more left-leaning going on when it came to Twitter. So there's naturally going to be more people on that side that are going to be pissed off. It's just where we're going, but you guys can let me know in the comments below where you feel. Do you feel that you had been ostracized from a lot of what was going on in the world because you were in the middle? I'm one of those people. Before COVID started, I considered myself just left of center. And as we kind of shifted over the last few years, I kind of felt like I was more right of center. Elon said it himself, that's where he felt, and I kind of felt the same way, and I didn't change my mentality. I still feel the exact same way as I did. I still feel that my beliefs are the same as they were before, but the kind of society shifted a little bit from me. That's just how I feel. And again, you guys can let me know in the comments how you feel and if you feel like now you have a voice again. And so putting all of that drama aside, we do have the CPI data that is coming out today. We are looking at a 7.3% expectation for year-over-year numbers. Last month, we got 7.7%. So as long as we are moving in that direction, I will be happy with it. Again, we saw the PPI miss, but that was moving in the right direction. So I think anything under 7.7% is a good thing. I would like to see it closer to that 7.3%. And if we get a 6.9%, we could see quite an explosion in the stock market and go significantly green. And we are also looking at a month-over-month number with an expectation of 0.3%, where last month we had a 0.4%. As of the time of this recording, all of the indices and Tesla are all green, and by the time you guys watch this, we will have that CPI data out. Now, don't forget, tomorrow we do have the FOMC meeting, and we're going to be getting our interest rate hike. Again, we are expecting that 50 basis point hike, and the fact that today starts that FOMC meeting and we get the CPI data, I wonder if the information we get from CPI may sway that interest rate decision one way or the other if we come in with a number that is a little more extreme on one side or the other than we initially thought. So again, we were down 6% yesterday, just speculating on any sales that Elon had. Sounds like he was selling some shares or is putting up some shares of SpaceX for sale. We don't know if there were any Elon sales for Tesla stock yesterday. We are going to have to pay attention. If he did end up selling yesterday, he would have 48 hours to put out those Form 4 filings, which means that by Thursday we would find out for sure if he did sell. As far as I am concerned, I am still taking this as a buying opportunity. I did add more yesterday myself, and I will just pay attention as we go forward. If we dip more, I'm just going to buy more because I do see this doing very well. We're looking at a 2023 right now that has a massive lineup coming. We're looking at potentially the entire economy finally starting to turn around. At the time, we're going to have the Cybertruck getting released. FSD's closer to being solved. We're going to have the compact car most likely getting announced either at the end of next year or beginning of 2024. We are going to be having the semi-truck really coming out with production. We'll get more information when it comes to the sales price on that. Lots of amazing things that we have going on for Tesla in 2023. Don't forget, we're still awaiting some Gigafactory announcements. So much fundamentally strong going on with Tesla, and the fact that Elon has already told us that he basically doesn't do as much over at Tesla as he did before because it is basically running on autopilot without him because the team over there is so strong. So the key man risk is out of the play. We now have a strong fundamental company moving forward with some of the biggest risk factors starting to get removed from the stock. Now we're also going to have the institutional investors coming in. We discussed it last night. Seems like there's even more institutional money coming into the stock itself while retail is starting to pull out. So If big money and institutions are seeing the fundamental progress of the company itself, and they are buying in because they're ignoring all of the noise, why are we not doing so as retail investors? Many of you in the comments have told me that you guys are excited and buying as well, and that is awesome. I love to hear that. None of this is financial advice. You guys are obviously doing your own due diligence and research and making those decisions on your own, and I do support them because I am doing the same. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat. That link is down in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, we do have a membership program and a Patreon. Those links are also in the description. Thank you so much. Have a great one.